Hello again, friends, and welcome to another fine edition of 151. My name is Adam, and I'm joined by a man who peaked at Pikachu.
Pika Pika.
His name is Justin.
Hi, how you doing?
We are 151. We are sponsored by Skeleton Wine. You can find out more about them at their website, skeletonwine.com, or on their Facebook page at Skeleton Vineyards. As for us, we hope that you find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram now.
Ooh.
I'm giving up on Tumblr at this point.
Right, now it's... everybody stopped using Tumblr when they took the porn off the site anyway. So what
Did they take porn off it?
Oh, yeah, a while back. Yeah,
then
Yahoo,
why does anybody go to Tumblr?
Yahoo bought it, and now it's
curses, Yahoo.
It's a wasteland.
Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr all at, or Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram all at 151 The Show. And we hope that you subscribe to us on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Google Play, and every other channel that we're a part of. So if you missed any of that, feel free to head over to our website, 151theshow.com, or the station's website.com. Hi.
Hi, just getting some needed caffeine here.
Hey, big entrance to the show. That is good coffee.
This is the high quality entertainment you come here for, folks.
All right. So since it's been a while since we've actually done a show, we thought we better ease back into this. And today, we're actually going to do another round of Bag of Questions. How do we get into this?
Is there music, I think.
Is there a cue the music?
I don't think we do cue the music, but we cue the music.
Do it?
Cue the music!
How long has it been since we actually sat down? Because we've done a couple things over the phone.
We've done some stuff over the phone. Basically, every time that you and I have tried to get together in the same place with recording equipment, the universe has conspired in drastically terrible ways to keep us apart.
The last 2 years has been nothing but, hey, let's get together. Oh, sorry.
Tragedy.
Yes, on one level or another. So,
nature, floods, career, death. I mean, it's just been one thing after another.
Yeah.
I'm worried what's going to happen when I leave here today, quite frankly.
You know, an asteroid almost hit the Earth the other day.
I know.
Like a city-killing asteroid.
Right. It was 100 meters wide, you know.
Well, I just read an article about it, and they were like, it would destroy a city.
Right. No, it was a near miss. It actually came closer than the orbit of the moon.
Nice.
Just came we're moving here, and it came right behind us.
I always like the part of Armageddon. We missed this? Well, it's the size of Texas, sir. We missed this?
It's a big sky.
Yeah, begging your pardon, sir, but it's a big-ass sky.
Right.
So, anyways, this is Bag of Questions. It's part of our show. We've been doing it a few times. I think this is volume 4 or 5 of it.
Something like that.
But anyways, what we do is we've got legitimately a bag, as you can see on camera here, if you're watching at home on YouTube.
If not, if you're listening just through one of our audio, outlets, it's a bag.
So basically what happens is it's literally a bag of questions, and we each go back and forth. We reach in, we grab a question out, we answer it, and we have a conversation about it, and we just go from there. So at this point, this bag holds the entire conversation in its hands.
Yes.
We have no idea what's coming.
The bag doesn't actually have hands.
And if you ever want to put a... it's really hard with this camera all the way over here.
Right.
To because I'm trying to talk to you, and then I'm trying to look at the camera every once in a while.
Don't ignore those people.
Okay.
Just talk to me.
Anyways, okay. I look longingly into your eye as you look at your own camera. What the hell, man?
I love you. I love you.
Anyways, so we'll go back and forth for a few minutes and just kind of see what happens and go from there. So, who's starting?
I will reach in to Adam's sack.
The bag is open, everybody. We're officially... Oh, that's what I was going to say. If you have a question that you want to add into Bag of Questions, feel free.
Submit, as most people would say.
Feel free to send it to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, because we've completely given up on you, Tumblr.
This is blind groping of Adam's bag.
Yes. Oh, you closed it.
Well, it's not like we're at the end of the show and it's closed.
No, there. It's back open. All right. First question on Bag of Questions, volume something or other.
If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which would it be?
That is interesting.
That is interesting.
Because there's so many different levels of sitcom families out there.
Right.
I mean, would you go back to like TGIF, where it's like, you know, the Tanners or the Winslows?
Right.
Family Matters would have been pretty awesome. Just saying right now.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna reject any TV show where a cast member went up the stairs and disappeared and was never seen from again.
Married with Children.
Oh, Seven? Or are you saying, would you want to be part of Married with Children?
No, I'm just saying, like, that's another one where they went up the
Right.
stairs and they would disappear.
Right. Family Matters had one.
The Tanners lived in the TARDIS, essentially.
Right. That
Full House.
Right. Have you ever seen the pictures of the inside of that?
Yeah,
real
it
house?
looks nothing.
Nothing. That the set couldn't physically fit inside that house.
All I want to know is, like, okay, you can legitimately make an argument that, okay, we changed the garage to be that basement in
Right.
Joey's room, in the
Right.
studio, and all of that, and Stephanie's room in the later.
Right.
You know, the main floor, okay, maybe, possibly. It's a little wider than,
Right.
you know, it's the upstairs and the attic that
Right.
shows up that it's like, what
Right.
are you guys
How
doing
many
here?
how many floors are we going to keep adding to this?
Because the attic they added was legitimately another floor to the house.
Right.
It wasn't an attic.
No,
it was
it wasn't.
another floor.
Yeah.
And at some point you had it, like, the creators of the show, do you think anybody's going to notice this? Do you think anybody's going to care?
It's a TV show.
So,
You know.
all right, this is your question.
I'm going to say the Jetsons.
Really? Why?
They had no real problems.
Explain. Except getting trapped on that treadmill.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's like first world problems. I mean, hunger solved. I mean, at least if we're taking them as, you know, middle class, which is
Yeah.
how they were always presented. I mean, there's not very many problems in that world.
No.
You know,
What did George Jetson do for a job?
spacely sprockets. So even though everything was digital and spaceship,
We still had sprockets.
everything appeared to be gear driven somehow.
That's just
Yeah.
weird, right?
Yeah, because I mean, the two apparently largest, like, or at least competing organizations were Spacely Sprocket and Cogsworth Cogs.
Yeah, which doesn't make
So-
sense at all.
No,
Sorry, I'm
in
just doing a little rearranging.
No, you're
here.
fine. If you hadn't said anything, nobody would have noticed. In a completely digital world, we're apparently still mechanically driven for many things. So I don't know how to make a space drive mechanically driven, but apparently they figured it out. It just seems like, you know, unless you dive into the Jetsons and the Flintstones lived in the same world, and, you know, they were high class and they were low class. But I mean, Fred had a garbage disposal in prehistoric times. You know, a little
That was an
creature-
animal.
Yeah, that lived under the sink. I mean, he still got it pretty good. Nobody really suffered. Then again, I haven't seen the plumbing situation.
Yeah. And the other thing, if you brought up the Flintstones, where's the air conditioning? What animal makes it cool? What animal makes it so my balls don't stick to my leg in the middle of summer?
Polar bear?
So the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw out the Jetsons. I mean, if we're willing to expand the definition of sitcom, I probably got a lot of different answers. But, you know, if we're sticking strictly with sitcoms,
I'll give you a TV and sitcom.
right? No, I'm
Why? Okay, family otherwise on some show, what would it be?
it's a kind of a adopted family, a work family. But then I want to work on the Enterprise D. I mean,
Just a cruise ship in space?
right. Well, I mean, no, I keep it as it is. But I mean, if you're talking about the two, you know, I guess
Yeah,
the
yeah.
TV series that I'd want to live in, I mean, that's probably going to be it.
By the way, have you ever taken one of the virtual tours of the Enterprise D
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
So awesome.
So cool.
I wish we could have seen more of that ship.
Right.
So, anyways, so that's your answer, the Jetsons?
Yeah, Jetsons.
All right. Next question on Bago Questions. All right. What was your must-see cartoon as a kid? Can I do more than one?
Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause I had like the age range
Right.
thing. Transformers,
Yeah.
He-Man.
Right.
Really liked Thundercats for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right.
And it was kind of like that was like for a year or two that would be
Right,
my
the
must-see
block.
one.
Well, but I mean, honestly, they didn't last that long.
No,
they seem
no.
like they lasted a lot longer than they did, and some of them, ran kind of in a block.
Yeah, and He-Man was always so good.
Right.
Except now you go back and you watch it and you're like, oh boy, what was I doing?
Well, you were buying into the marketing because every show they introduced a character so they could make a new toy.
Yes.
I mean, literally. Oh, hi, buddy.
Well, guess who's back? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet the newest member of our family. His name is Stark.
Okay.
Hi, Stark.
Bye, Stark.
Oh, for the people that are... See ya. Just toss him over your shoulder. For the people that don't have this on video, we just got a new kitten.
Yeah.
About 12 weeks old. He's all black except for a little white patch on his chest. So that's why we call him Stark. It's like
an arc reactor.
And I think he messed with he's standing on the computer and it
Nope, he's pausing and unpausing
Stark,
rapidly.
get down. Hold on, everybody.
So, I mean, the cartoons that I liked, I was a big fan of the Disney block. Your DuckTales, your Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, et cetera,
See, I
et
like
cetera.
those too.
Yeah, those were my must-sees. Something that I'm now sharing with my 6 and 2-year-old is, they've revived DuckTales and, integrated Darkwing Duck and a few of those things into the new DuckTales series. So
What's going on with Darkwing Duck? Because that was always a big one for me too.
so how they brought him back in the new series?
It was like a movie or something.
Right. So they brought the original voice actor back to play
Yeah.
a character who had played Darkwing Duck as, an older
Yeah.
TV show that they were going to reboot a la Batman Begins, do a dark and gritty reboot. And so long story short, they bring in a new actor who looks exactly like, Drake Mallard, which is, his alter ego and whatnot. That's who he is. Looks just like the original Darkwing. Gets tied up with Launchpad, who was a big fan of the original. Hi, buddy.
The cat is back, everybody.
Right, and they kind of get together during the production of the movie, and the original Darkwing Duck goes rogue, tries to shut down the movie, endangers everybody, turns himself basically into a villain out of the deal, and at the end, his original Darkwing costume gets ruined, and the cheap ink fades out to reveal, Nigga Duck.
Really?
Yep, and that's where they left it. So you've got Launchpad integrated, which never made sense before. Launchpad was in both places. You've got Launchpad integrated. You've got Darkwing Duck operating, ostensibly under, Scrooge McDuck Enterprises, basically, for his funding.
Yeah.
Maybe introduce Smush and all that stuff. We don't know. And set up a character arc.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's a nice way to bring it around.
My cartoons never had that much story in them.
Right? I know. The new ones do.
Like He-Man, for some reason, one of the episodes I really remember, this damn cat is just everywhere. I forgot what it's like to have a kitten because they're just everywhere and they don't...
Especially when you're doing something.
Yeah, exactly. What are you just going to lay down right there?
Yep. Gonna plop.
I don't know if people can see it.
No, he's pretty good in my camera right there.
Anyways, sorry about this, everybody. Anyways, like the one I remember from He-Man was this stupid cat.
Just ignore him.
He's like trapped in this cavern and he's holding up a mountain. He's just sitting cross-legged. He just got his arms up and they bring in 2 planks of wood and they put beside him and it's like, okay, good, I can get out of here now.
Right.
It was fine. Strongest man in the universe holding up a mountain and they put in 2 2x4s and it was fine.
Replaced by a 2x4.
So, anyways, so yeah, that was kind of mine. I know mine had like 5 different answers, but it really did go, through those phases.
No, absolutely.
So,
and
you know what other big one as a kid?
Basically, all those shows are back again, for both of us. So, I mean, that's weird.
The you know what? It wasn't a cartoon, but you know what show I couldn't get enough of as a kid for like a year or two? It was Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh yeah.
God, did I love?
And it
Dukes
was
of
a
Hazzard.
cartoon.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a very, very short run.
Well, I was gonna say it can't be like
cartoon.
a good cartoon.
No. There was one jump where suddenly the tires inflated to balloon size so it could bounce off, and that was kind of the cartoon physics that got brought into there.
Okay. That's where they jumped the shark, huh?
Yeah, and a lot of other things.
Okay.
So, All right.
Next question on Bag of Questions, everybody.
What's some of your favorite things to watch on YouTube? Game playthroughs.
Yeah?
I watch a lot of game playthroughs generally so that I can look really cool to my 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Because, I still have to do it, but I have a general sense of where it's going, what's happening. Not that, in your modern games anymore, you're pretty much on a rail anyway. There's not a lot of deviation you can do, but that way,
But is it just that kind of stuff? Because I find, I'll go on and I'll start looking at something and...
Go down the rabbit hole?
Yeah, go down the rabbit hole, and the next thing you know, I'm watching all the What If videos.
Right.
Which are awesome. I will kind of shamelessly plug that. Have you ever watched What If?
Mm-mm.
It's a whole channel, and it's really well produced and stuff. But it's like, what if the world was flat?
Okay.
What if a black hole did go through?
Okay.
What after Chernobyl?
Right.
That show. It was like, what happens if you fell in the cooling water tank?
Right.
And that one was surprising nothing. They were like, it'd be like hot tub warm, but otherwise you wouldn't have any radiation or any problems. Right. Like, they're not recommending doing it, but they're like, you'd be fine.
The water's not that radioactive?
No, the water acts as kind of a shield.
Oh, nice.
So it kind of disperses.
Well, I guess as long as you're in the top of it, you're not down at the bottom where the heavy water is.
Yeah.
So. Don't get me wrong, I will fall down the rabbit holes. A lot of tutorials, how to, you get something like super specific. Like, I think the last tutorial I watched was tightening the front chain on my 4-wheeler. Mm-hmm. Because there's 2 bolts that you have to add a special tool, and I didn't have the tool, so the guy's like, hey, you can do it without the tool. And surprisingly enough, a lot of Whose Line Is It Anyway compilations.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
They keep coming up in my playlist. I clicked on one, and now they just keep recycling. So I'm doing something, and I've looked at something, and then I'll be, sitting there, and I'm like, oh, well, Best of Ryan Stiles from season 14. That'll be funny, 6 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
So now that I've done them, they just keep coming up.
Do you find this with your YouTube channel stuff that you search one, you'll find one video that you really like, right?
Right.
And you want more stuff like that to pop up in your feed, but it never does.
It never does.
It's the stuff that always pops up is the stuff. It's like, I searched this one time. I searched how to change a water pump on a car one time, and now it's nothing but
water pumps.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's very, very true.
That's my life on YouTube.
Right.
So.
Well, and I think part of it is because for work, I upload a lot to YouTube. Yeah. So it's different than, just like your generic get on YouTube because I'm under my account. So I think that both hurts and helps because it's locked in on what I'm going to, it suggests less random crap.
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
I can handle that. Good?
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Reach your hand into the bag.
There are a lot of questions in here.
There really are. It's a very full bag.
Well, I tried to add some the other day because I knew we were going to be doing this.
Right.
I grabbed some of the
Facebook
social
suggestions and whatnot.
Jesus, dude. Cat just came. The kitten doesn't know how to properly go downstairs yet, and he doesn't understand that we are doing. Don't you walk on that? Go that way.
Doesn't understand that we're recording a show.
Yes. Hey, dude.
And that cutting would be impossible to get him out.
Go. Goodbye.
Up the stairs.
All right, next question on Bag of Questions. By the way, this is 151. We are sponsored by Skeleton Wine. You can find out more about them at their website, skeletonwine.com, or on their Facebook page at Skeleton Vineyards. As for us, just find everything at 151theshow.com, and we are now on Instagram at 151theshow. Isn't that cool?
That's cool.
What nerd/geek subject do you think is dumb? Ooh.
Anime.
Really?
Kinda.
Why?
I don't know.
No, give me time because I gotta think of something.
Right. No, it's I guess it's something that I never got into. So, if you're not into something, you always look at it and think it's dumb or unless it's something that you want to get into that you never have. I mean, I've never really, the anime stuff has never really appealed to me, so I don't get it.
Okay.
So I'm not one of those people who can, gleefully delve into every aspect of the, I guess, the culture and embrace it. I mean, I'm 40. I got a full-time job. I own my own home. I don't live in a basement. And not to be that guy either. But I mean, if you're really going to embrace, some of that and delve into every aspect, hell, that's almost a full-time job in itself.
I'm sure, because that's my handwriting, I'm sure
Right.
at the time there was a subject that I was like, what's the point of this, right?
Right.
But I legitimately, off the top of my head, can't remember what that was.
Furries.
Well, after that Cats trailer, I'm wondering
Oh,
how many
God.
people this was my question a few weeks ago on Twitter, was after all the Area 51 storming stuff,
Right.
how much the searches for Alien and Area 51 increased on like Pornhub.
Right.
And after the Cats trailer came out, I wondered how much furry stuff had to come up. Don't you walk on that. Speaking of furries,
Right.
come on, dude.
Life with a kitten.
I know, right? So, you see my camera?
I did, yes.
Yes, that's a good spot for you right there.
This cat's got a squirrel tail.
He does.
It's insane.
The kitten is like short hair in the front and complete long hair in the back. You're fine there, dude. Just stay there, Stark. Anyways, kind of, it's not really like a subject, but like if I was gonna say one thing right now, it's the people that take a subject way too far.
Like we do here every week.
No. I don't think, like, when we sit down to have a conversation about stuff, I don't think either one of us are claiming to be complete experts, or we have our opinions and stuff, but it's not like there's some of these channels out there that they like they give themselves ranks, and
Oh, I know.
and all of a sudden they're a Star Trek authority, or
Right. I can discuss with you about how the ship's hull should be designed to take the stresses of warp speed and internal stabilization. Shut up, dude. You don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, you're not
It's all made up.
you're not a member of the show.
No.
You're
No.
not the guy who designed
No.
it, or so like, just because God, that stupid cat makes me laugh though. Anyways, sorry everybody.
It's the highs and lows. We have Emmy award-winning, interview guests or Emmy nominated guests, and then we
Yeah.
have Stark.
Yeah. Who really, if you're just listening to this, go check out the YouTube video at some point, because the cat just wandering around on the
He's
and
back on the TV.
and he turned on the Let's hope there's no porn on the desktop.
Oh, he's intrigued by the mouse moving. Oh my God, he's attacking.
Is he really?
Yeah. There he goes. There he goes. He's gonna get the mouse. Gonna get the mouse. Get the mouse. Get it. I mean, literally, you're a cat chasing a mouse. This is it. This is great. Come on. Get it. Get it. This is gonna be the tag at the end of the show. Okay, get out of here. It's not funny anymore.
All right, and we're back. I had to actually take the kitten upstairs because it was getting to be too much work. Mm-hmm. Like, legitimately too much work.
Yeah.
And I got you a Diet Coke, so
Yeah,
you
thanks,
want to
buddy.
open it now instead of like right when I'm talking?
No,
Because
I'm gonna
I'm
wait.
waiting for you to do that.
I'm gonna wait for maximum effect. Don't worry about
All
it.
right, so I don't know what my answer was, so go ahead and.
I think we wrapped that up pretty well.
It's just every time you want to like record, something happens.
We're
It's kind of like 151 is cursed a little bit. Knock on wood, it's not.
right. Well, I mean,
Because at this point, the house just may fall down on top of us.
the only thing that I can assume is some of our paranormal experts that we've had in have literally brought something with them that's decided, oh, let's screw with these guys for a while.
But the cat screwing with us wasn't bad.
No,
I mean he
the
was
cat's just a
chasing
cat.
the cat chasing the mouse is pretty funny.
Blocking my camera here, man.
Sorry,
People
see.
want it. This is what people show up to see.
No, they showed up to see that cat chasing the
Right,
mouse.
he is pretty damn cute. We'll put that on the end as a blooper. Ron Landels on social media asked,
this
what
is
has
new.
been the one video game that exceeded your expectations this year?
By the way, that question got added to this morning.
Right, and it's not rigged. I just pulled it out.
It's rigged.
It's not rigged.
It's totally rigged, everybody.
I'm gonna say, and it wasn't really a this year. It's been out, I think, since last fall. Spider-Man.
It's fantastic.
It's amazing.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man. As far as gameplay, how smooth it is, how you're somewhat conscribed in your motions. You have to be to make it work.
Yeah.
But that is a game that you totally feel like you can do anything. You can go anywhere. The motions are fluid. The fighting is either as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. The voice acting's good. The graphics are incredible. The transitions are smooth. I watched a video on how they do that, like going from the open world right off the bat when you go into the Fisk building.
Yeah.
And how, like, when you're in the little cutscene, like 40% of the processing is running the little cutscene, and 60% is actually depopulating all the things that were there for you in the open world and repopulating into the building so you can make that transition through. Like, it's doing it with a cutscene. That's how they wrote it. That's how they planned it. It's amazing.
It really
it's fun.
It's one of two games I have for PS4 right now. I have that and Red Dead Redemption.
Right.
By the way, funny but video game thing, I have not played World of Warcraft since January of this year.
Wow.
Like, my subscription has run out.
That's impressive.
And I don't really feel bad about it at all.
It's amazing how you don't miss it when it's gone, isn't it?
It's just, and it's probably a conversation for, like, if we did a whole video game thing, but it's part of it, it's just kind of boring.
Right. Well,
So-
I mean, you hit in level content, and there's only so much you can do.
But no, Spider-Man, that's been my game.
That's
since because I'd been playing Red Dead since January.
Right.
And once I saw Far From Home, I was like, I got to go play Spider-Man.
Right.
And it's awesome.
It's great.
It really is.
Red Dead is another one of those I bought thinking that, oh, I'm an adult. I'll have time to play an adult game without the children around. And then we put the children to bed at 8:30, and by 9:15, I'm asleep on the couch.
You know what the funny thing about Red Dead is? I really like Red Dead. I like this. It's one of the few games I like the story better than the online play.
Right.
The online, and there's probably going to be somebody that's listening to this that's like, how dare you say that? But the online really isn't that great. I don't think, at least. I mean, it's go around, you try and earn some gold bars, you try and get money, you try and, get guns and T-shirts and all, whatever.
And honestly,
I know there's no T-shirts in the game, so
I'm kind of happy to hear you say that, because when the online is really good, I think you have what happened with Grand Theft Auto, where Rockstar just starts minting money based on the online and doesn't really worry about putting out another single-player game.
But the story of Red Dead 2, so good.
It's good.
It's probably one of the best storylines ever.
Right. It's an absolutely amazing storyline. I saw enough. I knew it. The graphics are incredible. It's just, for me, when I was thinking about that question, the honestly, it came down to those two games.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's just so much fun.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's just
have you done
fun.
Everything on it yet? Like, through, where are you at in it?
I'm one DLC. I'm the very last DLC. The problem was I about a month ago I picked it up to start back in. I don't remember any of the fighting combos.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not, my skill set is too rusty for the level that I'm at. And I don't know whether I need to go back and just like start the new game over so I get because I can do New Game Plus. I don't know whether I need to start so I get warmed back up and then I can jump back into it. But yeah, right now I got my ass handed to me like right off the bat.
Try going back to the
thugs.
original storyline and play, like, just look for the crimes and all that kind of stuff, and just do that.
There's only 2 districts that I'm not like at 100% completion on. I've already done all that.
Don't you have? Doesn't it the crimes just kind of pop up from time to time?
They do, but I mean mostly. I guess
once you've done so much.
Once I've 100%ed it, I moved on.
Okay.
I'm only like 2 boroughs away from.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really finishing this crap out. The only thing I need. There's a couple of the time trials that I think I have to get like a 16-year-old or somebody under 25 to come out because my reflexes maybe aren't there anymore.
Okay.
Sadly enough.
I could watch Black Cat all day. I'll tell you that much right now.
It's a good character model. No doubt about that.
This is where it's going to sound really bad, but Mary Jane, I could follow her around for a while.
Right. That's probably my favorite Stan Lee cameo of all time, though. Even with the MCU movies.
Where is it?
It's in the diner. He's the cook.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
He
sorry.
says you two were always my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's about a dedicated, about a realistic character model as you're ever going to see. I mean, that looks like Stan Lee.
Black Cat. Let's talk about her for a little bit longer.
Let's move on before it gets creepy.
Why? Okay. What?
Weirdo.
I'm sorry. I can't be the only guy in America or entity in this universe that thinks Black Cat and Mary Jane are pretty hot on the game.
No, they're fine character models.
Yeah, I'm the weirdo here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect.
Did you think I was going to let that go any other way?
No. What book series would you take with you on a deserted island? Oof.
See, now you have to pick quality, quantity, or quality and quantity.
I'm gonna take the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Oh, see, if I can get peace talks, I'm taking Dresden.
Which, by the way, Butcher, what the hell, man? Him and what's his name, the King Killer guy.
Yeah, Pathrographus.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, get your together.
Come on.
Well, I just read the other day, peace talks is completed. It's done. 16 years later, it's done.
Yeah.
Still got nothing on King Killer, but
pull your together, guys.
come on,
Let's go.
Come on.
Anyways, no, stupid reason why. If I have the Encyclopedia Britannica, there's probably some pages I can pull out and use for survival methods, like starting fire and that kind of thing.
Good call.
And there's probably things I can learn from it, like, oh, I can eat this plant, or, oh, I should not eat this plant.
Right. Well, it all depends on whether you have an illustrated version or not.
That too.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't.
Okay.
Actual book series. Oh God. Boy, do you take something you already know, or do you take like? Because what's Brand or the Wheel of Time guy?
Right, Robert Jordan.
That's got a bunch of books.
Brandon Sanderson. Yeah.
That's got a
like
bunch.
13.
Yeah, like I've never read any of those.
Right.
I mean, the easy.
I don't think you take something you don't know, because what if you hate it?
Yeah. Like the easy answer is, kind of a Jim book, Dresden Files or something, because, there's a lot of books in there. They're all good.
Right.
And it's stuff I like, but I don't know.
There's no right or wrong answer here. It's just what you would do.
But then again, it's like,
I mean, I'm probably, if I can come down to anything, if I can be a smartass, I'm going to say the 3-volume series on how to get off a deserted island. But,
yeah. Well, I was going to say, like, if in this case, could you do a comic book series?
I suppose, yeah.
I mean, this is that's your handwriting, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So
yeah,
could you do comic book?
Sure.
Then take the entire run of, like Amazing Spider-Man or something like that, where it's like legitimately 40 years of
every Spider-Man comic ever made.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
You got fire starters if nothing else.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we'll do one more question.
Okay, I'll make it a good one. I'm reaching to the bottom of the bag.
I like how I've gotten all the old questions.
There's a hard one here. Oh.
You grabbed like 15 there.
Well, they were all stuck together here.
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is it in Latin or?
No, I'm trying to.
Is it my handwriting? Because it's probably bad then. Nope, that is not my.
Right.
That is not my.
I'm trying to figure out what's. So the question is favorite weapon, and there's appears to be 2 subcategories. One's shooting, and one sword, and there's something written behind it that I can't make out what it is. So
List? No.
I don't know. So shooting.
All right, let's just go. Yeah, favorite weapon, shooting, and a sword.
That's hard too. So I'll break that down really, really, really quickly. Shooting, handgun, 1911. Shotgun, Benelli makes a fine range of tactical shotguns that I've always been a fan of. Rifle, I'm going to say I'm a big AR-15 fan. Submachine gun, MP5s are awesome.
Okay, how about fantasy?
Fantasy shooting weapons.
Like if you had a legit fantasy shooting weapon that you could take to the range and actually shoot, or if you want to take it to work and blast people, whatever.
Right.
But
I'm gonna say probably like a railgun or a plasma cannon, something like that.
Okay.
I can't give you a specific one, but sort of that genre. Swords. Fantasy. The Master Sword.
It's either got to be that one or like the lightsaber, right?
Right. Yeah, lightsaber's a good one too. As far as reality, I've always been a big katana fan.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, and not even because that's the trait, that's the easy answer. The technology, the way they built those swords, was
impressive.
Was impressive, and it was so far ahead of its time. Probably anything other than that would be some of the Viking and even some of the Damascus steel swords that came out that they thought were virtually unbreakable.
Yeah.
Because you could cut through other swords with them because of the material. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I really wish I knew what you tried to write there.
Right.
Maybe you were writing something and you just gave up.
Right. It's entirely possible.
I don't know. All right, is that going to do it?
My handwriting is equivalent to a 6-year-old most days. So
that's cool. That's going to do it for Bag of Questions this time around.
The Bag of Questions
is closed.
So
we will do it again probably in another 3 or 4 years.
Right. So make sure you submit those questions now.
By then we'll have another 4 kittens or something to ruin the show, and we'll go from there. So, anyways, that's
the very next guest we have. We'll throw our bag in their face.
Okay, cool. No, I'm fine with that. Yeah. It's fun when you bring someone else in.
It is.
Anyways, all right, that's going to do it for this edition of 151. We're sponsored by Skeleton Wine. You can find out more about them at their website, skeletonwine.com, or on their Facebook page at Skeleton Vineyards. As for us, we hope that you follow us and like us and do all the cool stuff on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at 151 The Show. And you can find out more about us at 151theshow.com or the station's website.com, and subscribe to our Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Google Play, and every other channel we're a part of, right?
Right.
Is that pretty much it?
That's it.
And like I said, just go to the website, 151theshow.com, and it should show you the way.
Or this station's website.
Which I still love.
I do too.
All right. That's going to do it for us, but we can't end without a shameless plug.
Cue the music!
This is the part of the show where essentially we shamelessly plug something. And we go from there. It's just, whether it
is what it is. It is what we say it is. It's very descriptive.
A podcast, a show, a tool.
Something we like, something we're not sponsored by, just something we think that you should check out because we said so.
So I'm going to do the shameless plug this time around. And it's a city, but it's also like a couple places. My wife and I, we went up to Minneapolis a couple weekends ago. Mm-hmm. Had a great time.
Okay.
But anyways, so we go up to Minneapolis. We went to Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
Which was, you know what? Legitimately one of the loudest shows I've ever been to.
In terms of sheer volume.
Yes.
Wow. Have you considered the fact that you're getting too old?
No, really, because I've been to a lot of rock shows and stuff.
Obviously.
But the music itself, and then just the audience, legitimately one of the loudest concerts I've ever been to. So, and legit sold out at XL. So that's first one. If you ever get a chance to go see Backstreet Boys DNA tour, go see it.
Okay.
Even if you like
everybody.
even if you're like me, that listen, it was a Christmas present for my wife.
Okay.
You know, there's like 5 Backstreet Boys songs that I could name, maybe.
Right.
You know, but it was fun. There was a lot of lights and a lot of, fun stuff. I mean, it was just, and for it all being recorded, or at least a good chunk of it, like it sounded live.
Oh, good.
So, anyways, XL Energy Center. I've never been to a show that big and gotten out of a parking lot that quick.
Nice.
So there's XL, great place. Go check that out. Down the way from there, it's on the, I want to say it's on the south side, but I kind of wrote out a little map here just so I could remember. But there's a thing called 7th Street West, and there's a whole bunch of like bars and restaurants and stuff. We went to this place called New Bohemian, and it's like a bratwurst bar.
Nice.
It was so good.
Wait, it's a sausage bar?
Yes, it is. It's legitimately a sausage. But they've got all kinds of beers there.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
That was awesome. They've got all kinds of beers. They've got all kinds of different bratwursts and stuff. I just had like a regular bratwurst and it was great.
Right.
They've got the giant pretzels. It was awesome. And then so we did that one day. We went there. We went to XL. Got to meet the Backstreet Boys, which was awkward bro hugs from them all.
Nice.
Like I went in just to do like the shake hand type thing, and they're like all doing it. I'm so awkward at that point. I'm like, I'm awkwardly bro hugging the Backstreet Boys, and they're like, oh, you guys want to get in the middle? I said no, let the wife be in the middle.
Right.
And the picture, which I'll put up on the screen, just pure joy. Like she doesn't know what to do at that point.
Absolutely.
So we did that, and then Sunday we went to. I'd never been to Target Field before.
Okay.
Went to a Twins game. Listen, not a Twins fan. I mean, they're just
right.
I mean, baseball altogether. You know, I love going to baseball games, but I don't really have a team that I follow. Go see Target Field. That is a great baseball stadium. It really is.
Okay.
I mean, it really is.
What makes a baseball stadium great, I guess?
It was like you feel like you're at a game.
Okay.
There was. This is going to sound kind of weird and stupid. And it's not. It's just there's a level of thinking with it where wherever you're at in the stadium, you still see the field. You still see the.
There's literally not a bad seat in the house.
Yeah, but it's even from the concourse. This is the weird thing. Like usually they'll put on the concourse they'll put the concession stands and stuff on the inside. At Target Field they're on the outside. So when you look over, you still see the field.
Well, that's crazy. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's something simple like that, but it's like you're never out of view of something baseball related. It's never just, hey, here's a brick wall and a concession stand.
Right.
So, I mean, I liked it so much, I bought the shirt. Iowa Twin Cities. So, paid $30 for it. I was like, you know what? Worth it. So,
there you go.
But it's clean. It's good. I mean, it's just, we had a lot of fun there.
This shameless plug brought to you by the Minneapolis Board of Tourism.
You know what? I should get an award for it.
You should. You really should.
But it was a really good trip. Like 2 days up there was a really good time.
See, and my recommendation, if you're in that part of Minnesota and heading up there, take a little detour east and go hit the Spam Museum.
Never been there.
Yeah,
we did go to IKEA.
I've driven by several times on the way to Rochester, but I've never made it myself, and it haunts me to this day.
You should go. We should go.
We should go.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
I'd be all right with that.
151 on location.
There you go. I'm cool with that. So, anyways, yeah, Minneapolis was a lot of fun. Everything from the Twins game, played the A's. And that was the big thing about, I mentioned it just kind of in passing a few seconds ago. It's a really clean ballpark.
Good.
And like the area around the ballpark is really cool. So it's neat.
That's one of the things that struck me. I went to a Royals game a couple years ago.
Kaufman.
And it's the same thing. It's like it's a nice area. But
really
the difference clean.
The difference between Target Field and Kaufman. Like Kaufman has it's right by Arrowhead.
Right.
So it's got the parking lot all the way around it. Like Target Field is in the city.
Okay.
So you look out into the outfield, and I'll put some pictures up from the field in this. But
you
look,
see city.
Yeah, you're in downtown Minneapolis, and like the Target Center is right there. But it's just a neat area. But yeah, you're right.
And maybe that's just a Midwestern feel.
Yeah. So, anyways, Minneapolis, so XL Energy Center, Target Field, and New Bohemian bratwurst or something. I can't remember what else it is.
Sausage party.
Yes, sausage party. So thank you for all of that. It was great. So, all right, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you next time, friends.
Bye-bye.